Week 9 rolls around, and we come to one of my favorites, and that is fiction in the modernist era. I used to just love these guys. I've sort of taken a liking to some others, but all of the stuff we learned about modernism, the way that it questioned some of the old ways of telling stories and of presenting artistic materials and question values and things like that, it gets played out in the work of these fiction writers here. Of course, it's going to be done in a different way than the poetry was done last week. It's done in a different way than the drama will be done next week. But still, modernism is at play. So don't forget all that stuff we talked about last week. I want to read a little bit here from the very beginning of Faulkner's great novel, The Sound and the Fury. This is a novel that has 4 different narrators. They're very different. Things are done out of order. You have to piece together the stuff. And, of course, to be super helpful, he gives us a mentally disabled young man to be our first narrator. So here's what it says, and see if you can figure out what's going on here. Through the fence between the curling flower spaces, I could see them hitting. They were coming toward where the flag was, and I went along the fence. Luster was hunting in the grass by the flower tree. They took the flag out and they were hitting. Then they put the flag back and they went to the table, and he hit and the other hit. Then they went on and I went along the fence. Luster came away from the flower tree and he went along the fence, and they stopped and we stopped, and I looked through the fence while Luster was hunting in the grass. Do you have any idea what's going on here? Now, if I tell you what's going on, you'll go, oh, okay, that makes sense, but still, surely you could have described this better. The next 2 words. Here, caddy, somebody says. Caddy. Okay, we're playing golf. But only eventually do we figure out that this is Benji, this mentally disabled young man, looking across the fence to a golf course that is now next door to his house in a pasture that was built in a pasture where he used to love to go. And he doesn't exactly remember what it used to be, but he knows that he's lost something there. And this is a whole story about loss and about people who can't quite explain what they're feeling, but they sure feel it. And that's the sort of thing you get with William Faulkner. On the other hand, I've got here a story with really one character. And the character basically doesn't talk. His name is Nick. This is Ernest Hemingway's Big Two-Hearted River, Part 1. I'm not going to read it, but in that story, as you can guess, there's probably going to be a part 2, and there is. This guy goes on a fishing trip by himself. He's camping. And all along the way, we realize there's something not quite right about him. And what it turns out to be, we will eventually have to piece together, is apparently he has had a very bad experience in World War I and is coming and trying to come to terms with it. And it never says that he had what we would now call post-traumatic stress syndrome, but that's basically what's going on there. So in both cases, you've got people dealing with complex psychological issues and writers trying to express those things. I can't talk today. Express those things in ways that aren't just straight out preaching to you. They're letting you figure it out. A lot of great writing here. I wish we could do more of it. You don't, but that's okay. You'll probably maybe pick up some of these people down the road a little bit more, should you be so inclined. That's all I've got for today. I look forward to seeing your brilliant work on the midterm exam, which will be coming along at the end of this week. I haven't written it yet. That's why I'm saying it'll be coming along. Okay? Have a great week. Bye-bye.